being able to with Tiffy and whatnot. Hopefully not Nia Jax, but everybody. And I say not Nia Jax just because Nia Jax hurts people at times, especially when they're smaller. However, all the credit to her in this last kind of run. She has not been hurting people. She's been wrestling a lot better. Her matches look a lot better. It's almost like she got her passion back, her passion for wrestling. So kudos to Nia Jax on that. Don't mean to shit on her or talk negatively, just saying what was a fact or is a fact. But it's also a fact that she's gotten a lot better and she looks better in the ring. So kudos on that. But the point being, AJ Lee might find that mix of having money, getting to build on your wrestling legacy, and getting to express yourself through this creative outlet that's very unique. She wouldn't want to do it on the level of the indies, but at this level, it might excite her. That's awesome. Great to have her back. It does feel, and I want to switch subjects in a sec, but it's related, that bringing her back is the same as bringing back, well, not exactly, but when they bring back Ric Flair, when they bring back Brock Lesnar, when they bring back, just a big name from the past, Trish Stratus, to name a few, is to get that pop of, we didn't know we were going to see this person, oh my God, they're back. But after a few months, it's like, dies off. The storylines aren't special. Yes, the wrestling can be good to great, but the storylines aren't there. The continuity isn't there. There just isn't, everybody can't be a main eventer. So I hope that doesn't happen with her and we get to enjoy this run of hers. She is an amazing wrestler that to have her back, it is great. But it made me think of Ricochet and the comments he made that the WWE hasn't been that great, except that they got this amazing 2-year-long storyline that they can point to with the bloodline and say, look, we can do continuity. Look, we can do amazing storytelling. Look, we are the number one company. Only we could do this. And all those things have some validity to them. However, what Ricochet says is also true. If they didn't have that storyline, they'd have nothing. And, having a storyline that has a 2-year continuity is great. It's almost old school. However, it's one storyline in about 15 hours of programming per week. This takes up maybe 1 hour per show, per week. Maybe, 2 for the week out of 15 hours. So you have the bloodline, that's the most consistent story they have, but they don't have that same consistency when it comes to the women's storylines, to the Intercontinental title storyline, to, the every other title, tag teams and whatnot. We keep hearing they start building up their tag team division, then they forget again about their tag team division. And it starts dying on the vine, so they bring it back and start trying to focus on it again. And the same goes with the women's titles and every title that's not a world title. And with every storyline that's not the bloodline. I mean, it's just, they do some stories that last 1 or 2 months, but they have nothing else like this. And that is the issue. Why don't they have anything else like this? Is beyond me. So it'll be very interesting to see how everything moves forward from now. But I kind of agree with what Ricochet said. Because if we look, yes, the man, Becky Lynch, is great. But what other storylines they have? She's coming up. And the only difference is, instead of, being in the Bloodline storyline, she's in the Seth Rollins CM Punk storyline. It's kind of adjacent, but not the same. It's the second biggest story they have. It's the second biggest thing they have going on. Bringing AJ Lee adds a lot of value to that. However, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, to stop the WWE from creating other long-term stories, but they just can't seem to do it. Ricochet said, they got lucky because maybe that storyline wasn't even that deep of a Triple H or Vince McMahon idea, but was rather, what it's been reported, a Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns idea.